So you're going to ask, first off, besides personal survival and the interest of public safety, why are you making these videos? Well, also for the protection of women, children, the nonverbal, and animals. Because all of these technologies can be applied to any mammal, any living thing, actually. And that's a severe public security risk. It's a very serious problem, and people don't deserve to be kept in the dark until they are attacked, because these attacks can come very hard, very fast. I know from personal experience, I've been kept awake for 5 entire days at a time, and when you get into a frantic state of sleep deprivation for an entire work week, you don't really present as a credible, calm person to anybody you might ask for help. So nobody deserves to be treated this way, and that's why I'm making these videos. I don't like to conjecture as to, like I'll say again, as to who's behind it. You can look on the internet and find out who makes them, where they come from, who might have access to technology. It can have even a very low-tech approach, things like things that startle deer. That's a subsonic thing you can buy very easily. Drones themselves, you can buy these drones $50, $60, they rely on GPS from the things we have up in the sky that allow you to look at navigation on your car and know your car knows where you are all the time. Even my vehicle, I have a version of a smart car that is connected by a satellite, and every time I put it in reverse, a satellite is looking directly at my car. So anybody who can hack or subvert these systems, basically through my phone in my car and through internet stalking of locational services on my phone, knows exactly where I am all the time. So what I'd like to discuss is maybe some other instances of this which has resulted in people losing their lives through suicide, cop-assisted suicide, and also other means. So one thing that's very serious, I need to say, once these folks learn your route, what they start to do is conducting, basically, like I say, they say they're out there to ruin my life intentionally and make me commit suicide by my own hand, which is very terrifying. I don't understand why anybody would target me this way, but they say that they just do this to anybody they want, and I believe lives in the area have already been lost. If they can drive women and children out of their homes through these negative stimuli, a human trafficker can simply snatch a child or a woman directly off her front porch, and all it takes is the internet, learning where you live, Facebook, learning where you work, things like that. It involves an element of both micro and macro stalking, where basically the responsible individuals make your life impossible for you in your own home, and then they line drones up along your route where you drive your vehicle or where you work, and they make your life impossible until you do what they say. And that's where the brainwashing and psychological softening comes in. They've utilized every single brainwashing technique that is available on the internet against me. They've said they only leave me alone if I say bad things about myself, wear certain clothes, go to certain places, I'm only safe in certain places. In my home, they say they utilize elements of intentional exhaustion and micro-stalking of organ systems, which I'm going to talk about. I'll split this up into two. That would be the micro-stalking, which is the biological attacks, and I'll even explain what's been used against me so far and what they're, I guess, intending to do. That's going to be a guess, but I can only relay what the experience of it is for me. And then the macro stalking out in the community, where they learn basically where you get gas, where you get groceries, things like that, and they try to chase you away from these places that you go to basically try to live your life, and that has to do with the enforced isolation and intentional destruction of the individual, which unfortunately in the end leads to a very bad result. I don't know personally, like I say, I started out this whole thing talking about, this, that, and the other thing. Why has she not been gotten to any form of safety? It's a question I myself can't even answer. So, micro-stalking next.